I've just removed a door panel from a 1990 190E. That's a 24-year-old car. And I can tell you that the door panel has never been off the car. Never. You can see all the original foam pieces are still the original liner, plastic liner with the original seals was still intact, and it took a little while to get that off. You know, you have to sit there and peel very carefully, because if you pull too hard on the plastic liner, it rips. And of course, I want to reuse it. Granted, you could cut a new one and put a new one on, but no, I'll reuse it. And here's a little tip: even if you get a tear in it, when you go to re-glue it back onto the door, just get some clear packing tape and just seal up those tears. But be warned, if you do not, particularly on these 201 chassis and the 124 chassis, they have a very kind of weird fiber backing on their door panels that is very susceptible to water. And if they get soaked with water, they just almost crumble. So you need to protect the door panel from water, and the best way to do that is to have a really good plastic liner that is totally sealed. So take a little extra care if you have your door panel off and you're doing any work in the door here. You know, pay attention to this little piece of plastic. It's probably more important than you think. But what I wanted to mention in this video was I saw some really unusual things. I saw original dried up grease on the power window regulator. So I guess I'm fortunate that the power window regulator is still working and has not been greased. But once again, here's that whole lubrication subject that I keep bringing up again. And I tell you, you get an older Mercedes-Benz, I'm going to harp on this one until I can't harp anymore, that's over 20 years old. One of the first things you want to do as a preventative measure is to remove all 4 door panels. I don't care if you don't have any problems. You want to remove all 4 door panels, and you want to inspect the inside of the doors for rust. You want to make sure the drains are clean, and you want to lubricate all the key components inside the door. And the last 2 hours here, I've just spent shooting a full on-demand video instruction on how to remove this rear door panel. It can be a little tricky, particularly if it's never come off before. And then I've gone through step by step the whole process of what are the things that you want to lubricate and what type of lubricants do you want to use that will last. There's a lot of lubricants on the market, but not all of them last over a long period when exposed to water. And you say, well, Kent, what do you mean water? Well, guess what? Water goes down these window scrapers. It doesn't keep them out. And rainwater is the #1 reason for door check failure. I believe rainwater is the #1 reason for power window regulator failure, because it dries off the lubrication. The lubrication gets old and crusty, and then it strains the regulator. It strains the check strap. It strains the latch mechanism, and those things fail after 20 years. So I'm just encouraging you that this is something you should do. If you don't have the information, knowledge, or whatever to do this, you can do it if you have the information. So I have PDF download manuals. I have a whole video manual on the 201 chassis doors. I have other resources. We have new check straps, regulators, and all the parts that you might need, including miracle paint if you do find rust inside the door. So inspect your doors. Lubricate the key components. If you need help doing that, visit my website. A link below will take you to all our rear door and front door related products that can help you do this yourself.